Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, individual out there. Today, I would like to speak about a consistent steadiness to everyday practice is what brings about willpower. Now, having willpower helps immeasurably when it comes to inner work, when it comes to connecting to the everyday outer materialistic world and then infusing it with life, bringing about a certain ever-changing, ever-forming, ever-in-movement world behind this materialistic world. If we only use our five senses, our outer senses, and think upon them passively with our minds, we only get to know the outer physical structure, the corpse, if you will, of the outer material realm. By knowing that there are forces that, for example, with plants, every year the plants gain life force from the sun, and by combination of the earth it brings a physical form. These are pictures, of course, that alludes to the spiritual world behind this. Let me give an example if I can do it correctly. If you only were mineral body, you would be a rock. If you were only an etheric body, you would be a plant. If you only had an astral body, you would be an animal. And with the ego, you are a human being. These are the four deep truths of what it means to be human being. Or it is four of the deep truths. There are countless of them in one truth, if you would call it. It is one truth and many truths. It's only based on where you want to see the details, right? Where you want to zoom in and where you want to focus. Of course, you can see the whole picture or you can see parts of it. And the ability to truly see both of them and be flexible and be able to switch between them is what your will helps you do, because you are here adjusting. And by you being the painter, the artist, the scientist of your inner spiritual world, you can start to form and shape a truthful picture of what reality is. And when you can connect to that feeling, connect to the feeling of something alive, something light, something warm behind reality we exist in, you can slowly but surely wake up to what you are. You are a physical being, yes. And every one of us, when we only observe our outer nature, we are pretty much alike. Human beings. But in our inner nature, our interests, where we focus, what we choose to focus on, what we choose to build up in values and strengths, where we choose to explore, being wondrous, being curious, is every individual's different. We are different that way within us. This is our unique ego, our I, that clothes itself with its unique three other faculties, with the physical body, the etheric body, and the astral body. The astral body is our movements, our pleasures, pains, desires, longings, dreams, aspirations, inspirations, ambitions. Of course, that is also the place where it's easy to become corrupted and to be led astray in temptations. Then we have our etheric body, our life formative forces. When our life leaves our body merges with the mineral world, becomes rock, becomes mineral over a long time after breaking down and be part of the earth. But our eternal, our soul, goes further. It is a further existence. The existence never ends, ever. And it is only a change, you see. This consistent steadiness to life brings about an overcoming of fear of death, an overcoming of fear of what's to come of the unknown, being paranoid and such. It brings a strength to live. This strength to live helps everyone uplift each other. The more you get to know yourself, the more you get to be able to uplift others through examples. You speak what you do, you speak what your deeds are in, and when you go out, you are conscious about what you radiate out to everyone else. You are a steady anchorage to the spiritual world. You are a living value totem. It is just a picture I have. You are kind of dung, and then you are vibrating out. And everyone is doing this. Someone is hiding more away, someone is radiating harder, and there are many different colors and feelings to them. When you can see these pictures and living beings that is in your inner eye, you can begin to explore these things with a live enthusiasm, with a wonder, with a, whoa, this is kind of amazing to learn. Once you have the interest of this world, you become initiated to willful living, to real life force, to love, because the universe is based upon love. Our earth was created based on love. And we human beings are in the image of God, and we are aspiring to become so. We are not so yet, but we aspire to it. And that is, it might take millennia, which is, we better prepare ourselves for that every lifetime, from day to day, from moment to moment. We prepare the forward and the next generation and the next civilization's bodies and inner interests and strengths. We become part of that in the future, and we will participate there in the future, just as we participated in ancient Lemuria, Atlantis, India, Persia, Egypto-Chaldean, Babylonian, Greco-Roman, and the Germanic to the Germanic and over to the sixth, which will be, well, when they have come out of it, it will be the Russian civilization. And then the last will be the American, when they have matured to become, well, true examples, true role models, true spiritual living forces that one can actually look up to. And it will be a line over there. And after these civilizations, we will come to a new stage of evolution, a new way of being. We can't even imagine how loving, caring, and amazingly connective and individual at the same time all of this in the future will be. But we get small hints, small inklings, so we can keep doing consistent and active, steady work. This is sincere, honest work that requires precision. It requires us to purify our inner demons, our inner habits that comes and goes, our longings that might take over our will forces, and strengthen that so that we are here, so that we are a helpful force to humanity. And this is every single human being's responsibility and also choice. We can choose to do it or not. The only difference will be in the difference in development. Some developments will be crystallized at certain points in time, and they will not move from there because they are comfortable. That is a truth. But we, as beings that have a connections to the living influx of new impulses to the loving and the moral, are here as examples. No matter how much people say, you're a goody two-shoes, you are better than, you think you're better than everyone. These are natural feelings to human beings that do not wish to make moral deeds, that wish to purify their own being and excuse their own behavior. If you truly wish to become a better human being, if you truly wish, you have a will, burning will for this. You have a will, a life force to it. It is a living connection you can't lose. And it doesn't matter what others say. You have found your inner sun. And by contemplating the sun and its inner forces, you get that your heart starts to feel like a sun. Your inner being starts to radiate out and wants to do good, aspiring to something that is helpful. So, consistency helps you become aware of this. And by disconnecting from what everyone thinks is right, from what everyone thinks is correct, which is changing from day to day, you find what is internal in your inner being, what is an anchor for this evolution in this point in time. Because we were different in earlier times, and we will be different in later times. We have to be aware that we are constantly changing, inwardly, not necessarily outwardly. That will follow, but inwardly we are actively changing now. Our outer bodies are starting to degrade. The materialistic is starting to degrade, but the spiritual is constantly becoming enlivened within you. So, take this with you, contemplate it, reflect on it, find out what is you, where you are coming from, where is your life force, and what do you burn for. That is the Christ within you. That center, that ego, that observer that observes your good and bad deeds, and you feel bad for your bad deeds and you feel good for your good deeds, that is Christ. Listen to that voice. Listen to your inner morals. Listen to the love. Thank you, everyone. May the divine, may God, may the Christ, may the Holy Spirit and the hierarchy all bless you, and the ancient masters of old all bless you, so that you might gain insight and loving care for this unfoldment of mankind. Thank you. Goodbye. Love you all.